Hello, Musikproduktivmesse. Here's Dave Friedman. Again. Did you bring your duct tape, Dave?
I can get it.
How about no? Or how about fuck no? I actually have real questions for you.
Okay.
I can't ask you anything about 2B ampy things because I don't know. And we've established that. We've established that I don't even know what JTM somethings are.
Right.
Or what. I don't know all that stuff. I know one thing. I know Marshall is the brand that defined the amplifier market and rock and roll as it is. Because some guy back in the day made his too loud. Is that correct?
Yes.
And found out, hey, I can annoy people with this.
Correct.
And then many people tried to find out how you can annoy people in a controlled manner.
Which is, yeah, my job.
So we could call you the king of annoyance.
Or you.
What? In a different way. I found out how to annoy people in a whole other way. But the point is, Marshall was, I'm gonna say was, but for the longest time, synonymous with rock and roll. I don't really know the whole history, but many people took their Marshall amps to you in LA and said, well, give me more gain, and that knob has the wrong color, or you did something to those amps.
Correct, yes, I did.
Probably
modify them, yeah.
Probably more gain, right?
More gain, a good master volume.
Less sag, more sag.
Flex loop.
Yeah. So at some point you said, well, I know how that's done. I can do that. I can build amps that are better to begin with instead of having to modify them and slap my name on that.
Put very simply, yes.
Yeah. So now a lot of the big ass rock bands in the world have Friedman behind them. Of course, many still have Marshall because Marshall makes good amps. Let's not, go there. But whether it's Foo Fighters or that band with that Cantrell man, I don't know what that's called.
Alice in Chains.
Yeah. Not good music. I don't like it, but they're very popular, I think.
Extremely.
Yeah. And they play your amps. I mean, it's this thing, right?
Yes.
JJ. Why JJ?
It's called the Double J. It was named after his ranch that he owns in Texas.
Ah. And then there's this X thing because he doesn't have more money for another letter, I guess.
We know who X is.
Yeah, but I mean, he plays in a little band called the Drills.
Well, and a bigger band, a little bit bigger band also.
I don't know what you're talking about. So
I think you might have played a riff or two.
I might have. So the thing is, how does that feel?
To work with and see my amps on stages all over the world.
To be the guy that makes the amp that's on stage with Bon Jovi and Alice in Chains and I mean, we're talking about some of the biggest rock bands. You still haven't gotten Slash, okay? That's a tough one to crack.
Puts a smile on my face.
But I mean, you are, that's it, synonymous now with rock and roll.
So I guess then it's Friedman, the new sound of rock.
You worked on that, right?
Sort of.
Yeah. But I mean, isn't that, was that a slow creeping thing where you were like, well, I know all these guys anyway and whatever, but when I see Instagram photos of bands or this huge stack that, there was a huge stack of white amps, I think, with the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how must Dave feel? I mean, he's a guy that you're very approachable. You're not like, oh my God, I'm Dave Friedman. Oh, look at me.
It makes me happy to be doing what I guess always wanted to do, or maybe that's not what I always wanted to do, but that's what it became. And now I've worked with almost all of my guitar idols as I was when I was a kid. So feels pretty good. I like it. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Once in a while you look at it look outside of look down at it and go, wow, all these people I watched when I was a kid, and now they come to me.
And of course, as the climax, as the epitome of the thing that you've done, you were at my studio. I mean, we know
there was lots of tape involved.
Lots of tape involved. And lots of yelling from the couch.
Yeah. You wouldn't listen.
Didn't know you were there. Sorry. No, I don't think I'd be able to. I mean, again, for you, it crept up slowly. You already knew these guys, but that's a huge achievement.
Yeah.
Because for many people, there's Fender and Marshall, and then there's lots of little boutique builders, and that's all good. Or Vox, Fender, Marshall, Vox. Those are the big guys, and we know everyone knows what that stands for. But when people talked about the Brown sound, it was always a modified Marshall, whereas there's actually an amp now that stands for that, where you can go directly and you have that sound in perfection. So the question is that it? I mean, have you...
I'm quitting tomorrow, so it's all over.
That's what I wanted to know. No, I mean, you're gonna buy an island and you're done. I'm on the big stages. It doesn't really get a lot bigger than Bon Jovi and Foo Fighters. Where can you go from here?
Hot dog cart.
Henny, shut the fuck up. You have to sign a pedal, please. You'll have him back in a second.
I apparently have to shut the fuck up.
On a side or?
I don't have a signed Friedman pedal. Just saying.
You don't even have that pedal.
I don't even have that pedal.
No, you don't.
I don't have the pedal or the signature.
I can get you the signature. I don't know about the pedal.
I should have had you sign my guitar, goddammit.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been smart.
Would have been smart.
I was gonna say
Now you're going to have to wait a really long time.
I was gonna say because this man makes amazing guitars, but that's not quite true.
Grover Jackson and I make
Grover
amazing
Jackson,
guitars.
he makes amazing guitars, yeah. Because Grover knows what he's doing.
Yes, of course.
Hold this, I want to show the people the black one. Okay.
I'm taking over now.
Now we play, here's a light. I played this guitar earlier and give me the mic. It's very dirty and icky and all this, but it's a very light single cut and it has a super spank sound. I fell in love with this and I don't like black guitars. I don't like red guitars, you know.
But you have a red guitar.
Which I really love. I very clearly said it's one of my favorite guitars and that is true. Even though red's not my favorite color, so there must be something about the quality of that instrument. This is an alder body, so it doesn't have a mahogany plop and spank, but look how beautifully they aged the sides of this mahogany neck with a beautiful Pau Ferro fretboard. And these crazy open, I'm gonna call them probably hip shot, yeah. Open hip shot tuners, but then with traditional like acrylic or whatever that is, plastic.
I don't know what it's called.
Plastic, translucent plastic. It's a strange amalgam of ingredients on this thing, and it is black, but you can actually see the grain through it. Had I not played it, it would probably be one of the last guitars I would be drawn to because of, well, the color.
Black.
Yeah. But I'm very tempted to get it because I'm afraid that maybe another one like it wouldn't be like it. So I would probably rather...
Smart.
Because
You should have it.
otherwise, if I get one that's a color that I would go for, it might not give me the same feel. And it's just the one where you want to do hybrid picking and every note spanks in this beautiful rock and rolly rawness. And that's something I know. I'm standing next to Dave and I'm going to call him a friend. But everything about his product might not be the most refined ever, but the opposite. It's raw rock and roll power. And how you do that, I don't know, because how you do that in an amp, you know.
Yes.
You take the ingredients of something that has defined rock and roll and you refine it, okay. But how you put that in the guitar that you're not completely in charge of because you're doing it with a friend.
Doing it with a friend, but every little part about it, I specify.
But they it feels, I question myself now, does it feel rock and roll? Because I think it does because your name is on it, or are they really rock and roll? You know, branding. Could that be that I'm just imagining that? No, I have ears, right? Well, shut up. But the pedal's the same thing, you know? I mean, you're probably not going to be probably don't want to be a fusion licky kind of smoothie guy. You want to rock out with your cock out with a Friedman pedal. The most, by the way, with the Motor City Drive and the Fuzz, which I don't think are probably the most popular pedals because they're bigger and a little bit more expensive, but these just inspired you to just be loud with them. That's not a bedroom player kind of a sound.
No.
Those are loud, big pedals. That's me crawling up his ass enough now. Everything I say, I mean. I hope you guys know this. I'm really happy to meet Dave every single time at NAMM and these things, and that he's been at my place and tied me up. If anyone should tie me up, it's him. That sounds sexual now. I just wish I hadn't said that. If you haven't,
You guys will see.
if you have a chance to check out the Metro D, check it out in alder body. Check those out. They also come in mahogany, but try to get your hands on one of those really light alder ones. It's a really, really good guitar. You're gonna have to talk to people, and well, Bruno doesn't need a.
You can't have it.
But
No, sorry, you can't have it. No, you can't have it. No.
But please,
No.
please, Dave. Please,
No.
please.
I said no.
Oh man. Animals at the end.
All my life, how you drowned me in love's warm embrace. Think of it all my life, how even beauty could learn from your grace. There's a bond unspoken, you cannot see or break. Always with me, eternal. You only give, never take.